Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Professional English Lab. I'm Myles.
And I'm May. It's great to have you here with us today.
Whether you're a longtime subscriber or this is your first time joining us, welcome. We create audio lessons to help you communicate more confidently in professional English. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss our daily lessons.
Absolutely. And today's topic is especially relevant because so many of us are working remotely now. Myles, have you ever been in a video meeting where you couldn't hear someone clearly, or you weren't sure how to politely say you need to leave early?
Oh, all the time. And I think that's exactly what makes remote work challenging. The phrases we use in an office don't always translate perfectly to virtual communication.
Exactly. So in today's lesson, we're covering essential phrases for remote work and communicating with distributed teams. We'll help you sound professional and confident, even when you're working in your pajamas.
Love that. And this is video number 13 in our series. We've been covering essential workplace English topics, and today we're focusing on the unique language challenges of working from home.
We'll cover 5 key areas: communicating across distributed teams, managing time zones professionally, setting boundaries, handling technical issues, and staying connected with colleagues. Each section has multiple phrases you can start using immediately.
Let's dive right in.
So, Myles, what do you think is the biggest difference between office communication and remote communication?
Well, I'd say you can't just walk over to someone's desk anymore. Everything needs to be more intentional and clear.
That's a great point. In remote work, we need to be more explicit about everything. Let me give you some essential phrases for this. When you need to check if someone is available, instead of just sending hi, try saying, "Hi Sarah, do you have 10 minutes to discuss the project today?"
Oh, that's much more specific. You're giving them the context up front.
Exactly. And when you're starting a virtual conversation, it's polite to acknowledge that you're interrupting their day. You can say, "I hope I'm not catching you at a bad time," or "Is now a good moment to talk?"
Those are really useful. What about when you need to follow up on something?
Great question. For follow-ups, you can use "just circling back on this" or "following up on our conversation from yesterday." These phrases are professional and they clearly signal that you're continuing a previous discussion.
I love circling back. I hear that one a lot in business. And it sounds so much better than, "Hey, remember that thing?"
Yes, exactly. Now, here's another important scenario. What if you need information from someone before you can proceed with your work?
Oh yes, that happens constantly in remote teams.
You can say, "I'm waiting on your input to move forward with this," or "Could you send me those files when you get a chance? I need them to complete my part." This makes dependencies clear without sounding demanding.
That's diplomatic. And what about asking someone to collaborate on something?
Try, "Would you be able to partner with me on this task?" Or, "I'd love to get your perspective on this before I finalize it." The second one is especially good because it shows you value their expertise.
And when you need to delegate or assign tasks remotely.
Be clear and specific. "Could you take ownership of the client report? I think you'd be perfect for this." Or, "Would you mind handling the data analysis portion? Your deadline would be Friday." Notice how we're being direct about expectations and timelines.
These are really practical. One more I'd add. Let me know if you have bandwidth for this. That's a professional way to ask if someone has time without pressuring them.
Excellent addition. That shows respect for their workload.
May, time zones are honestly one of the trickiest parts of remote work. I've accidentally scheduled meetings at midnight for colleagues before.
You're not alone. This is a common challenge when teams are distributed globally. Let me share some phrases that can help. When proposing a meeting time, always be considerate. You can say, "I want to find a time that works across time zones. Would 2 p.m. GMT work for everyone?"
That's thoughtful. What if you realize a meeting time doesn't work for you?
You can politely say, "That time would be quite late for me. Could we possibly move it an hour earlier?" Notice how we're being direct, but also collaborative by suggesting an alternative.
And when you're the one scheduling and you know it's not ideal for some people.
Excellent question. You should acknowledge it. "I realize this is early morning for our Asia team. Thanks in advance for your flexibility."
That's really important. Let me add to that. You can also use, let's rotate meeting times next month to be fair to all time zones. This shows you thinking long-term about equity.
That's a great addition, Myles. It demonstrates leadership and consideration. Now, what about when you need to mention time zones in written communication?
Good point. Always specify. The deadline is Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, or let's meet at 10 a.m. your time. This eliminates confusion.
Exactly. And if you're coordinating something urgent across time zones, you might say, I know it's evening for you, but if you could review this tonight, it would really help us stay on schedule. You're acknowledging the inconvenience while explaining the business need.
And here's another useful phrase. I'll send this to you at the end of my day, which should be the start of yours. This shows you're thinking about their schedule strategically.
Perfect. And when someone accommodates your time zone, always acknowledge it. I appreciate you joining so early, or thank you for staying late to make this meeting work.
Recognition goes a long way in remote teams.
Okay, Myles, this next section is crucial. May, one of the hardest things about working from home is that work never really ends. How do we set boundaries professionally?
You really are right, and setting boundaries is healthy and necessary. Let's start with working hours. You can clearly state, I'm generally available from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. EST, or my working hours are 8 to 5, but I'm flexible for urgent matters.
And what if someone messages you outside those hours?
You can set up an auto-reply or politely say the next day, I saw your message after hours and wanted to respond during working time. Here's what I think. This establishes the boundary without being rude.
That's diplomatic. And when you need to take a break or you're stepping away for lunch?
Great question. You should update your status and communicate clearly. Try, I'm stepping away for lunch, back at 1 p.m., or I'll be offline for a personal appointment from 2 to 3, available after that.
Exactly. And here's another useful one. I'm going offline now, but I'll be back online tomorrow morning. Especially important at the end of your workday.
Yes, and if you need focus time without interruptions, you can say, I'm in deep work mode until 3 p.m. I'll catch up on messages after that. Your colleagues will respect that. What about when you're taking time off? How should you communicate that?
Be clear and proactive. I'll be on vacation next week with limited access to email. Or, I'm taking Friday off. Please contact James for anything urgent. Always provide an alternative contact if possible.
And when you return, you might need to say, I'm just catching up after my time off. I'll respond to your message by end of day.
Excellent. And here's one for when you need to decline a meeting that's outside your boundaries. I have a personal commitment at that time. Could we schedule it for earlier in the day?
These phrases protect your time while keeping communication professional. I wish I'd known these earlier in my remote work journey.
Okay, Myles, we've all been there. Frozen screens, audio issues, internet problems. What's your most common tech disaster?
Oh, definitely audio. Either I can't hear people or they can't hear me. It's so awkward.
It happens to everyone. The key is to handle it professionally and efficiently. When you can't hear someone, say, I'm having trouble hearing you. Could you repeat that? Or, your audio is cutting out on my end.
Clear and direct. What about video issues?
You can say, my video seems to be frozen. Let me turn my camera on and off. Or, I'll switch to audio only to improve the connection. Always explain what you're doing so people aren't confused.
Good point. And when your internet is being unreliable?
Be proactive. My internet connection is unstable today. If I drop off, I'll rejoin immediately. Or, I might need to dial in by phone if this connection doesn't improve. And here's a really common one. When you need someone to share their screen. Could you share your screen so we can all see? Or, would you mind sharing that document?
Perfect. And if you're the one who's having difficulties, a simple, give me one moment to troubleshoot this, buys you time without holding up the entire meeting. What about when you can't access a file or system?
Be specific about the problem. I'm getting an error message when I try to open the shared drive. Or, I don't seem to have access to that folder. Could you check my permissions?
And if the technical issue means you need to reschedule?
Say, I'm having significant technical difficulties. Could we reschedule for later today? Or, my system is not cooperating. I'll send my updates via email instead.
Here's another one for group calls. I think we lost John. Should we wait a minute for him to rejoin? This shows you're paying attention to who's in the meeting.
Great point. And when you successfully fix something, "I've got it working now, thanks for your patience," or "We're back on track, where were we?" These phrases turn awkward technical moments into professional, manageable situations.
May, this last section is really important. Remote work can feel isolating. How do we maintain those colleague relationships?
Such a vital topic, Myles. Remote work requires more intentional relationship building. Start with small talk. It matters even more virtually. Try, "How was your weekend?" or "How are things going on your end?"
Those seem simple, but they really do build connection.
Absolutely. And you can suggest informal chats. Want to grab a virtual coffee sometime this week? Or should we schedule a casual catch-up call? These aren't about work tasks. They're about maintaining relationships.
I love that. What about acknowledging good work when you see it?
Always celebrate wins. Say, "Great job on that presentation," or "I really appreciated your input in today's meeting." Recognition matters even more when you're not seeing people face to face.
And showing empathy is important too. You might say, "I know remote work can be challenging. How are you managing?" Or, "If you ever need to talk through anything, I'm here."
That's beautiful, Myles. That shows real emotional intelligence and care for your teammates. Now, what about when you want to check in on a project without micromanaging?
Oh, that's a fine line. You could say, "Just wanted to see how the project is progressing. Do you need anything from me?" This shows interest without breathing down their neck.
Perfect. And when you want to offer help, "I have some bandwidth this week if you need support on anything," or "Feel free to reach out if you'd like me to review anything."
What about keeping team spirit alive virtually?
You can initiate team activities. "Should we do a virtual team lunch next Friday?" Or "Anyone interested in a quick Friday afternoon social call?" Someone needs to take the lead on these things.
And when someone shares personal news or challenges, "Congratulations on your news," or "I'm sorry to hear that. Let me know how I can support you." These human moments matter.
Absolutely. And don't forget to share about yourself, too. "I just wanted to share some exciting news with the team," or "I'm dealing with some home internet issues this week, so I appreciate everyone's patience."
Being vulnerable and authentic helps others feel comfortable doing the same.
Exactly. Remote work doesn't mean being disconnected, it just means being more intentional about connection.
Wow, we've covered so much today. May, can you recap our main points?
Of course. We've learned phrases for communicating with distributed teams, managing time zones, setting healthy boundaries, troubleshooting technical issues, and staying connected with colleagues. That's over 15 practical phrases you can use immediately in your remote work environment.
The key takeaway is that remote work requires more intentional communication, but with the right phrases, you can sound confident and professional in any situation.
Now, we want to hear from you. Do you work remotely? What's your biggest communication challenge? Let us know in the comments below.
Yes, please share. We love learning from you and creating content that addresses your real needs.
And remember, practice makes perfect. Start using 1 or 2 of these phrases this week and build from there. You don't need to memorize everything at once.
If you found this lesson helpful, please subscribe to Professional English Lab for more workplace English lessons. We upload new videos every day. Check out our videos on video meeting etiquette and professional email writing. They complement today's topic perfectly.
Thanks so much for learning with us today. Bye!